regret it. It'll probably change your life.
And it doesn't matter where you're from or what you've been through or what specialties you have. You don't have to be special at work space. Everyone is welcome.
And the friend you will make there is a lifetime friend. So don't think twice, just go there.
What a great video, and we're going to stick that up on the Scouting Radio website as well. Why volunteer at the Candlestag International Scout Centre? What a great place it is. If you've never visited Candlestag, I think it's one of these places that you have to visit as a Scout leader at least once in your life. And we on Scouting Radio love promoting the works of Candlestag International Scout Centre, especially the fact that it's International Volunteers Day. So we're going to give a big shout out to all the pinkies over at Candlestag International Scout Centre. I want to read out this. This has just come in across the Scouting Radio desk here. I am writing about my local Cubs group, KD7 in Kidderminster in the UK. I'm a single mom with no family in my area. My son had communication difficulties, so I was keen for him to mix with other children and do out of school activities. I joined him up with KD7, and this week he is about to go up to Scouts. The Cubs pack has done so much for my son, and I'm overwhelmed by their efforts and support. My son has gained so much from this group, and although children go through phases with out-of-school activities, not once has he wanted to miss a session with Cubs, and I'm not surprised with all the good things that they do and learn, not to mention how fun the Scout leaders make it. The camps are amazing, and the excitement in our house when my son is going to camp is uplifting. They hold family events, and I never did think at my age I would be grass sledging down a hill or caving in my sandals. But they make family days so inclusive, and that's exactly what I did. They make sure that something is there for everyone. Memories I will certainly cherish. My son's confidence has grown so much that he has had to look forward to attending, had a lot to look forward to by attending this group. The leaders at KD7 really care about the children and the shows. They go above and beyond. I feel that they are a special team of leaders, and they give their everything, and they are so passionate. They are an outstanding role models, and they set a wonderful example. I'm sure that we are not the only family touched by their kindness. I gave them a letter of thanks this evening, as it is my son's last session. They are so humble about it and assured me that they are always around and look forward to seeing us at camps and family fun days, which I will not miss for the world. They are so awesome. I believe that a child being involved in a group filled with positive, caring goodness is a child that will achieve much. My son has achieved much, and KD7 Cubs has been a key factor in that. KD7 Cub leaders are a fine example that angels exist on earth. They have helped in a ways where a parent can feel nothing but blessed that their child is part of the group. That is such a wonderful letter, and sent in to Scouting Radio earlier today, talking about International Volunteers Day here on Scouting Radio.
Every little thing you do is harder than you dream when you do it on your own. But if you can share the load, you lighten up your day. You need never walk alone. We have traveled the ocean and the land to find the union we're holding in our hand. We have all come together in peace and in love, and today we share a common dream, that we stay together in peace and in love, and the world will hear our harmony. have sown. I'll remember memories of today. Meet my family, the friends that I have made. We have all come together in peace and in love, and today we share a common dream. That we stay together in peace and in love, and the world will hear our harmony. When the world is lost its way and it's all that we can see, that the time is good to know there's hope for you and me. We have all come together in peace and in love, and today we share a common dream. That we stay together in peace and in love, and the world will hear our harmony. We have all come together in peace and in love, and today we share a common dream. That we stay together in peace and in love, and the world will hear our harmony. And the world will hear our harmony.
Yes, indeed. Scouting Radio, the virtual campfire on Scouting Radio, broadcast live on www.scoutingradio.com. If you missed the show, you can listen back on demand.scoutingradio.net, and you can listen back, you can view the whole conversation on YouTube afterwards on our YouTube channel as well with Scouting Radio. Now, as I mentioned, International Volunteers Day, loads of people loving that story. It's also, believe it or not, listeners, 2 years since Nelson Mandela died. And a guy that was the president of Scouts South Africa, well, honorary president of Scouts South Africa, died 2 years ago. And you wonder, with all the things going on in the world at the moment, with ISIS and everything, you wonder what Nelson Mandela would have thought about the wars currently that's going on around the world. And one of the most amazing people, I nearly had a chance to meet Nelson Mandela, but that's another story that we'll go into at another stage on Scouting Radio. Ottawa, 3rd of December 2015, Scouts Canada is pleased to announce the appointment of Caitlin Pilton as National Youth Commissioner and Chair of the National Youth Network, one of Scouts Canada's top volunteer leadership roles, for a 3-year term. The 22-year-old from Maple Ridge, British Columbia, will be at the helm of youth advocacy within the organisation, responsible for providing leadership, direction and vision to Scouts Canada on behalf of its members. I'm humbled to be selected for this important role, said Pitton. Scouting has provided me with a world of opportunities I wouldn't have received elsewhere, such as backpacking, white water rafting, major camps with over 3,000 youth in attendance, and of course, the chance to develop leadership skills. I'm excited to be able to give back and help ensure that other youth have this incredible experiences that I was offered. As Scouts Canada's National Youth Commissioner, a role which has a volunteer commitment of approximately 20 to 30 hours a week, Pitton will be responsible for managing other youth volunteers within leadership roles, preparing budgets, serving on the national leadership team, and working with the Board of Governors to ensure that all areas of Scouts Canada continue to embrace youth involvement. Furthermore, she will serve as chair of the National Youth Network, a group made up of Scouts Canada's top youth leaders, to help guide their projects. She will oversee Scouts of the World programme in Canada, a programme created by the World Organization of Scout Movement that engages Scouts in the fields of environment, development and peace, using the United Nations Millennium Development Goals as framework to generate positive change in Canadian communities and internationally. Caitlin demonstrates the level of enthusiasm, commitment and positivity needed for this demanding yet rewarding position, said Andrew Price, Scouts Canada's Executive Commissioner and CEO. I am confident Caitlin will excel in her new role, providing fresh ideas to engage and empower youth throughout their scouting journeys. Pigeon joined Scouts Canada at the age of 14 and since that time has held a number of leadership roles within the organisation, including Cub Scout leader, Pacific Jamboree volunteer, Area Youth Commissioner, Assistant Commissioner of Youth, Assistant Council Youth Commissioner, Area Commissioner and Council Youth Commissioner. Outside of her Scouts Canada, she's also volunteered with Ridge Meadows Volleyball Club. Where do you get the time for all these things at 21 years of age? I don't know. Well, I actually say that, but I did run a group at 21 years of age. But to have all those titles at such a young age, do you know what I think is lovely, listeners, is the fact that a lot of Scout associations around the world now are bringing in these ideas of National Youth Commissioner, whether it be Scouts Association UK, Scouting Ireland have their youth forums as well, and it's great that it's involving the youth on what way they want to bring scouting forward. I think that's so important. And again, touching on the idea of volunteering, this Caitlin is going to be in this role for at least 3 years and 20 to 30 hours a week, and then you hear the list of all the different ways she has volunteered. Pigeon is succeeding Kaylee Galepo, a 24-year-old Edmonton native who currently resides in Grande Prairie, Alberta. In her 3-year term, Kaylee, as National Youth Commissioner and Chair of the National Youth Network, she was a significant volunteer and contributions to Scouts Canada, earned several awards and honours, including the Queen Elizabeth II Diamond Jubilee Medal, a commendation from the City of Toronto, and the Bar to Silver Acorn, one of the Scouts Canada's top awards for outstanding service. I think that's fantastic. There's just one of the stories that Scouts Canada has done. Now, really interesting story, and we're going to put this up on the Scouting Radio website. We're still waiting to get in touch with our Scout historian friend and presenter, Colin Walker, in Scouts in the UK, and also the owner of Scouting Milestones. If you haven't listened to any of Colin's shows, Traditional Values on Scouting Radio, I recommend you do so. But apparently on eBay, and we've had a look at this, and we take it with a pinch of salt because we want clarification. Is it the real thing? Scouting's hat original, so Baden-Powell's original Stetson hat, is on sale on eBay at the moment, and we'll place a link up on Twitter in a couple of minutes' time. And it is supposed to be the original hat worn by Robert Baden-Powell, and on sale, dating back to the 1900s. Guess how much they want for it, listeners? Currently in auction on eBay, it's £8,300 UK sterling to buy Baden-Powell's original Scout hat. Now, a lot of comments have been coming in throughout the day on Scouting Radio about this. Some people saying, if this is the original Scout hat, why isn't it in Gilwell Park? And that's a question. Or was it owned privately by a Scout historian collector, and now it's just gone into the public domain again? We're going to be trying to find an answer with Colin Walker later on Scouting Radio. So do join in and have a listen to that. Colin will be on shortly on Scouting Radio. Now, I want to say hello to sorry, I better bring up the audio file here. I want to say hello to the 16th Bermondsey Scout Group in the UK, and they sent in this audio clip of what they got up to on their Scout meeting this week. Have a listen to this.
Okay, it's nearly 7 o'clock and the preparation's gone already. Somewhere in there is Max, who's got a fire going for tonight. How goes it, Max? Again, kippers. Put some more loggy bits on if I were you. Some of those chop bits. Because you'll need to get a nice bed of embers in half an hour. Right. The scouts will be out in half an hour. Okay, we got a minute to go. Yes, it is getting ready for making the burgers. And everyone else is lining up. Ready, people arriving. Some people are late. Can we get in there for flag, please? We're waiting for you, folks. Troop below. Sort of, yes. A flag, please, Jamal. Get ready for this. We're not there yet. Stop the other. Stop the other. Troops stand at ease. We did. We got there. Okay. Right. Very interesting night tonight. We haven't got a lot of time. We've got 3 bases, all right? And the 3 bases are... How near are you ready, ESD? Nearly, okay. Right, 3 bases of these. We have, who's going to do the cooking first? Who was cooking? Who drew the short straw for cooking? Who was it? You're cooking. Okay, so tigers are cooking tonight, and to begin with, sneak in, Max. Sneak in, boy. Tigers are cooking, and they are making burgers, making their own burgers, and cooking them outside. We've got half an hour. Who's doing Frank Davis? Right, Frank Davis, we're going to go into the lounge, and we're going to look at this Frank Davis story, and talk about what it must be like for the guy to have died during the war, for which he got a medal. Sadly, he was dead when he got the medal. But we're going to look at that, and give you the chance to start thinking about writing some stuff about Frank Davis. This patrol will start off doing a challenging here. You've got to build a tower in here using the lashings you've learned, square lashings, and what's the lash that joins things that way? What's the one? Yeah, shear lashing. Using the shear lashing and the square lashings, and you've got to fire a balloon up a string to the top of the mast that you build, okay? You've got half an hour. If you do it in half an hour, if you do it, the patrol gets that. Only if you do it in 30 minutes, okay? So your patrol is wanting to organise you to doing that. So you know what you're doing? Yes? Good. Okay.
Balloon stays nice. What? Are you serious?
Ready? 2 minutes. Go! Now I'm gonna hold the string again. You've got 10 minutes to cook and eat that. That's a guess.
I don't know how to do it. Yay! I'm doing that. That was what I was doing. That's not my son. What's that kind of knot? Okay, do that one. Make sure that what's tight. Did you make that up?
Oh, that was rude. That was rude.
Whoa!
She said the burgers look ugly like her sister. That's kind of rude.
No. You have just 9 minutes to spy.
Who's the producer?
Okay,
Oh, it's Jamal. There you are.
I don't know.
Okay, yeah.
You ready? Can I say something? That is not the right thing to do. You want the air to come out, so it pushes it along. So if you put the tape over.
You can't do it on the end, because then it won't come out.
Oh. Didn't quite have enough.
Ooh.
What do we say? Yeah. The things down for a moment. Okay. Well, what we're going to do at the moment is we're going to, for the next half hour, talk about Frank Davis, right? Some of you will have remembered some stuff about Frank Davis, and I'm going to ask you in a minute what you do remember, okay? So, who was Frank Davis, and what are we talking about today? Who can tell me who Frank Davis was? Anyone? Yes, go for it.
Frank Davis was a Burmese scout who fought in the World War.
He didn't fight in the war. What did he do?
He delivered messages.
Yeah. He delivered messages on his bike. Okay. Going off to deliver the messages. All right. And what are they wearing on their heads? What they got? Steel helmets, because it was dangerous. What I want you to do now is, I want you to buzz words. I want one of you to be a scribe, to take a pen, and to write down what everyone's saying. What sort of words? What happened? What was it like? What words come to mind? Explosion, fire, smell, smoke. That are on fire and smoke. And where was that? Where were the? You know what you're doing, Jamal? Okay, so everyone contribute words, things, write it down. And
Okay.
Can you sit around with everyone else, please?
Sorry.
Okay. Get ready to fire. They're going to fire.
Oh, the best. Give it time. Hey, the best. Take it down.
3 patrols, please. Can I have those move to the cupboard? Stays to the cupboard. I can see Lion Patrol. Where is Pandas? Tigers. That's better. Thank you. Somebody cares. Good. Well done. Well done. Well done.
Okay, so I think everyone managed to get to the top in the end, just. I think there was a few people still lacking some skills. A couple of patrol leaders who didn't seem to know some of the lashings, Jamal. So I have to do some tests before you can join the show. But apart from that, I think there was a lot of good teamwork, and I think, yeah, most of it okay. It took a few people a while to get started, but in the end, everyone did it in the nick of time.
All right. No one else should make the scout sign, and we'll make the scout promise together. Okay? Troop below. Make your scout sign. Okay, you two. Are you sure you want to join this troop? It's a crazy old troop, isn't it? It's a bit of a shock, some of the things we do. Are you sure you want to join? Okay, it's your job to say no. Okay. Repeat after me. On my honour, I promise.
On my honour, I promise
That I will do my best.
that I will do my best.
I will do my duty to God
I will do my duty to God
and to the Queen.
and to the Queen.
I will help other people
I will help other people
and keep the scout laws.
and keep the scout laws.
This is your scarf. This is a scarf of the best group there is in the whole world. Some badges, all right? And maybe Josh, you can help me. Everyone else has got one, all right? But everything you'll want to know is in there to group. Okay? All right? Troop alert. Okay. And tell me the salute. Salute them. And give them a round of applause.
I love that clip. I love when people send us in clips of what their scout group have been up to during the week. So they've gone from making burgers in one of their stations, doing a little pioneering project in another station where they had to get a balloon by blowing up the balloon, getting it propelled up to the top of the tower, which was fantastic. We'll stick up the video on the Scouting Radio website as well. And then the third base was learning about some of the historic characters in the area as well. Fantastic. And then an investiture at the end as well. All in one night, you know. What other youth association or youth group would do such a thing? studio@scoutingradio.com is our email address, or you can Twitter us at Scouting Radio. You can visit www.scoutingradio.com/hangouts, where you can watch us live on air at the moment. I'll wave to the webcam. And we will put the recording back on YouTube after the show, and if you missed the audio as well, you can listen back as a podcast on demand.scoutingradio.net.
When I shall was in Egypt's land, let my people know. let my people go. Thus said the Lord, what Moses said, let my people go. If not as find your firstborn there, let my people go. Let's sing and go down. Moses, way down in Egypt's land. Tell Pharaoh, let my people go. No more shall they in bondage find. Let my people go. Let them come out of Egypt's wild. Let my people go. Let's sing and go down. Moses, way down in Egypt's land. Tell Pharaoh, let my people go. Oh, let us all from bondage flee. Let my people go. And let us all in Christ be free. Let my people go. Let's sing and go down. Moses, way down in Egypt's land. Tell Pharaoh, let my people go. Let's sing and go down. Moses, way down in Egypt's land. Tell Pharaoh, let my people go.
The Virtual Campfire on Scouting Radio, broadcast live on www.scoutingradio.com. You can view us on www.scoutingradio.com/hangouts and join the open seat and come talk scouting with us. Just gone 10 minutes past the hour of 10 p.m. You can Twitter us at Scouting Radio, Skype Scouting Radio, all one word. And if you missed the show and you want to view it, you can visit the www.scoutingradio.com/hangouts. You can also view it on YouTube, or you can download it as an audio podcast on demand.scoutingradio.net. We give you plenty of choices there now, don't we? Hello to the first maiden scouts who have done this fantastic clip. We're going to put this YouTube video up on our listener area of Scouting Radio. This is fantastic. Have a listen to this tune.
Is this the real birth? Is it nativity? Caught in a census in the town of his ancestry. Open your eyes, look up to the skies and see. He's just a poor boy, foretold by prophecy. Because the wise men go, angels high, shepherds low. This is how God's love shows. It's a wondrous story to me. Mary just got the word. The angel did appear, but he told her not to fear. Mary, now it's just begun. Your son is gonna wash our sins away. Mary, the God who waits on high sent his son to die for. little silhouette to our machine. Shepherds watch over there. Flies at night time. Angels shine like lightning. Very, very frightening. Peace on earth, unto you is promised the only way. I'm just a shepherd, nobody loves me. He's just a shepherd from a far family. Angels and dogs in the stable and sing. Wise men come, wise men go, will Herod let him live? Herod, go, he will not let him live. Better go. Herod, he will not let him live. Better go. Herod, he will not let him live. Better go. Let him live. Better go. Let him live. Better go. Go. Mary Joseph, Mary Joseph. Mary Joseph, better go to Egypt now. Gotta save the son who came for me. For me, for me. So you think that it's just a tale of days gone by? But this child who was born with to carry to die. Oh, Jesus, it's the story of Jesus. Wash our sins out, wash our sins right out of here. It's a wondrous story, anyone can see. Let's give God the glory. It's a wondrous story to me.
Now that audio is actually more hilarious if you watch the lip syncing that is done by this scout group. The first maiden scouts in the UK, and they did a full... Sorry, I didn't know that was going to come up. They did a full rendition of this song, lip synced on Scouting Radio, or on YouTube, and we just played it on Scouting Radio. We will stick the YouTube video up on the Scouting Radio website for you all to view.
If it's scouting, we have it covered. It's a great part of my life. I became a Cub Scout when I was 7. I met my wife by scouting. She's also a scout. It's a great part of my life. Scouting Radio.
I looked over the Jordan, but what could I see? Coming for to carry me home. All band of angels sending after me, coming for to carry me home. Swing low, sweet chariot, coming for to carry me home. Swing low, sweet chariot, coming for to carry me home. If you'll ever in heaven before I do, coming for to carry me home. Just tell all my friends that I am coming too, coming for to carry me home. Sing low, sweet chariot, coming for to carry me home. Sing low, sweet chariot, coming for to carry me home. I am sometimes up and sometimes I'm down, coming for to carry me home. But still my soul feels heavenly bound, coming for to carry me home.
Scouting Radio. If it's scouting, we have it covered.
Today we're going to be walking in the holiday parade. We have lots of floats, and I hope we have fun.
Scouting Radio.
Now, let's hope by the power of technology and everything going according to plan, which might not happen because it's live and it's internet radio, we are joined by QBSA The Eagles, one of the main presenters, usually with QBSA The Eagle, and also one of Scouting Radio's favourite correspondents in Virginia in the USA. It's Ed Evans. Hello, Ed. What has been talked about in the past week on Scouting Radio is the fact that the Boy Scouts of America are losing members across the states. And with that, in California, a group of girls want to join the Boy Scouts of America. They think the Girl Scouts of America program is not for them. And it's a really hot topic at the moment because with Boy Scouts of America losing members, they're also losing funding. And when they're losing funding, they're losing staff members in different states. And there's a big push. Of course, the Boy Scouts of America will have their National Jamboree in 2017. That guy that's on screen at the moment that we're trying to fix his audio, Ed Evans, he's going to actually be one of the presenters of QBSA The Eagle. The question is, should the Boy Scouts of America do something to sort out this problem of losing youth members and introduce more girls to the program? And I know that a lot of the American listeners that listen to Scouting Radio will say, yes, but we have the mentoring program. Well, we're talking about the younger sections of Scouting with the Boy Scouts of America. Or here's a crazy thought. Should the Girl Scouts of America join with the Boy Scouts of America and become Scouts America? I'm just going to throw that out there and see how many comments will come in to the studio. Let us know. studio@scoutingradio.com is our email address. You can tweet us. Ed is probably typing away in the corner of the screen here, giving his comments here. We're going to get Ed back in a couple of minutes' time. He is in there. Just give it a wave there, Ed. Yeah, we're going to get Ed back with some audio in a couple of minutes. Afterwards. Have you ever seen that some people that do investitures at Boy Scout camps and whatever, they burn the neckerchief, but they have some type of chemical on it that it just throws up a flame. It looks like the neckerchief is burnt, but the neckerchief lasts afterwards. Have you ever seen that being done?
Yeah, it's real simple. You just wet the neckerchief with a little bit of water, then you douse it in alcohol, and the alcohol burns. The water absorbs all the heat, so it doesn't hurt the neckerchief.
All right. So you've done that a couple of times at camp, I can imagine.
Well, I haven't actually done that, but I have done the burn a dollar bill trick. Same thing.
Burn a dollar bill. That sounds excellent. And that's the same concept. You just wet it in water and then with alcohol as well, is it?
Yeah, absolutely. The alcohol burns, and since the water's there, it's called latent heat, and the latent heat prevents the neckerchief from burning.
That is so cool. Have to try that at some stage without losing a couple of dollars in the meantime.
It works. It works.
So it's one of the topics that hopefully you can give your opinion on, and Ed, and it's something that we've seen coming up a bit on Scouting Radio, and that is in California at the moment, and probably making a lot of the American news at the moment, is a small group of girls coming together, and they're turning around to the Boy Scouts of America and say, we want to be in the Boy Scouts. Have you seen this?
I have, yeah. I'm kind of familiar with that, yeah.
Yeah, what is your thoughts? Like, the Boy Scouts of America are losing members at the moment. There's been a lot of changes. There has been a lot of changes. Some for the good, some for the bad. People, some churches pulling out of the Boy Scouts of America after these changes, but it's making it an inclusive program at the moment. So, What are your thoughts? Do you think it's time for the Boy Scouts of America to become co-ed or invite girls in? Like the one thing I've noticed, Ed, is the STEM Scout program, which is very much science and scouting, but it's open to boys and girls.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. As you may know, girls are some of my favorite people. So yeah, I have no problem with it. I'll be honest with you. Our venture program, our co-ed venture program, is very, very popular. It works very, very well. We have some of the best female scout leaders, actually, that you'd ever want to run across. We've got some great ones. So I have no problem with it. I think all the logistics can easily be worked out, you know, camping, whatever. Those things can be worked out with the proper leaders training and just, you know, if it wasn't working and venturing, it wouldn't be going on. So it is working.
It is, yeah. Do you see something coming through by the next National Jamboree, or do you think this is just going to be now? The one thing that listeners have commented on is, should the Girl Scouts of America, who are also losing a lot of members at the moment, should they just form with the Boy Scouts of America and make a new program?
Well, I'm sure there's a lot of politics in that, and I'm sure there's a lot of people that have jobs, you know, that may or may not go by the wayside. I don't know. You know, I don't know if it'll happen by that time or not. I don't know if it'll happen at all, my friend. But what I see happening is, as you say, a loss of membership. We had a church just the other day, a national church pulled out from.
I seen that on your Facebook page. Yeah.
Yeah. So, you know, we lose people, we gain people. I would hope that somewhere in the middle there, we at least maintain our membership, if not grow a little bit. Again, I have no problem with it. I think it works with the co-ed programs. We have so many what we call tag-alongs at you know, family members that go with our troop anywhere where we go, whether it's girls or boys, doesn't matter. You know, they're just younger brothers and sisters of the kids.
Like I have to say, from an Irish perspective, looking at the Girl Scouts of America program, to me personally, and this is a personal presenter opinion, it sounds a little outdated.
A little outdated, absolutely. Yeah, it's archaic. We need to move along. You know, we don't have segregated schools. You know, just don't know what they'll do, if they'll even address it anytime soon. I don't know if the Girl Scouts want it, to be honest with you. It's they've been independent programs for so long, but as I said, you know, it would work. I have no doubt, because our venturing program, which is co-ed, is so popular and works very, very well. We even had a lot of female staffers, young ladies, venturing scouts at the National Jamboree 2 years ago.
Do you see a lot of the Girl Scouts coming over from Girl Scouts of America into the venturing program when they hit age?
Yeah, I think they do quite a bit of transferring over there. The Girl Scout program, they're trying to make it, you know, put more outing, as we say, keep the outing in scouting. They're trying to put more outing into that, but I don't know a lot about it, you know. I got to be honest with you, just don't know a lot about that.
Now, great news, I guess, Ed, is the fact that your son is steps away from getting his eagle.
Yes, just a little ways away. He finished up his required Eagle Scout project yesterday, actually, or day before yesterday. He directed the building of 5 bat houses. You know, here in the United States, our little brown bats are dying by the millions because of a fungus that started in New York. Wow. And has spread all over the east coast of the United States. And this fungus attacks the animals in their caves while they are hibernating. And it wakes them up midway through their hibernation cycle, and they don't know that it's winter. They fly out of the caves that they're in, and they either freeze to death or they find that there's no food and they're dying. So they starve, basically. Wow. So we've lost millions and millions of bats. I'm afraid to say that this fungus is so devastating that we may see our little brown bats on the extinction list, or the at least endangered list, very shortly.
Wow. So Brandon made a couple of little huts to guard these little bats as well?
Yeah, pretty much. As he calls it, alternative housing for them. The idea is, we get them out of the caves where the fungus is, and they have a place to raise their young. A female bat has one pup, as they call them, a year, and Brandon's project is to make sure that they are away from the fungus. And if we put up lots and lots of these, I think that it'll work. Each house that Brandon has designed will hold 100 bats.
Fantastic.
And we put up 5 of them.
That's excellent. That's fantastic. So the next step is just his board of review, and then hopefully it gets signed off, and it's a proud daddy.
Yeah. I'm an Eagle Scout, as you know, and my brother's an Eagle Scout, and to have another one in the family would be tremendous. We have to plan, of course, his presentation and all that, and we'll make a big deal out of that for him, and it should be fun.
Yeah, no, it sounds great, and congrats to him. Like, I look forward to seeing all the photos and the videos of his big day. Now, the other thing that I've noticed is at the summit, they are making a new entrance to the summit. I believe it's a new building. Have you been down to it?
Well, there's the entrances are the same. You have 2 entrances into the summit, but the building that they have there is called the Summit Center.
Okay.
And it actually was under construction during the Jamboree 2 years ago. Just wasn't finished. Matter of fact, they had to kind of wall it off from the kids. But now it is finished. It serves as the offices and so forth for the summit. It's a very nice facility, actually. I've been over a couple of times and saw it. It's very, very impressive.
Yeah. So is this going to be the main tourist attraction once you come into the center, or?
Oh, no. The Jamboree itself is the attraction. It's just a building, basically, that they'll have offices and so forth in. They may have some special things in the building, and there's restrooms in there, that sort of thing. But it's just an office building.
So how's the planning going for? Are you busy with planning with QBSA the Eagle for 2017? Is the plans coming into full swing now that we're only a year away?
Well, there's some things going on. Yes, right now is recruitment of staff, and we're not exactly sure what studio capabilities we'll have yet. We have plenty of equipment and so forth, but how we put that into play, whether it's under a tent, we don't know yet. So, BSA has certain standards at the Jamboree that they adhere to. Everything is under tents. And last Jamboree, we were able to actually have a studio made out of a trailer. We're told this year we can't do that. So,
right.
It's going to be some changes, but we're excited, and we'll make it work one way or the other. It doesn't matter what they give us. We're going to put on a fantastic program.